And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Goodrich versus Scarberry. Step forward.
Donald Goodrich and his 14-year-old son, Donald II, are suing Chris Scarberry for the value of a paintball gun and equipment.
Mr. Goodrich, this is your son, and I assume that you are wasting the court's time today on a matter of principle. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I have to tell you that were the circumstances different and this was a court that actually was paid for by taxpayers, I would find that offensive. However, I'm going to entertain your case today because it's not paid for by the taxpayer. This is what the case is about. Some time ago, young man, you were working for him? You did some work for him?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of work were you doing?
I would mow the grass or help him move.
And so, in payment for some of that work, he gave you a paintball gun.
Yes, Your Honor.
How many years ago was that?
Close to 2.
And then there came a time that you were at his house doing something, I don't know what you were doing, and you left the paintball gun where?
On his steps.
That was a negligent thing to do, right?
No, he said he was going to fix the O-ring.
So it was broken?
Yes.
And you asked him to fix it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he tell you to leave it on the steps?
He said that he would fix it. He did not tell me a
That's
place
not what
to put
I
it.
asked you. I said, did he tell you to leave it on the steps?
No.
Did he tell you where to leave it?
No, Your Honor.
So you left it on the steps and you said to him, I'm leaving this here on the steps for you to fix?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that right?
No, ma'am.
Where did he leave the paintball gun?
Actually, I'm not sure. I told him to make sure we had a van to make sure that all the equipment was taken inside. He asked if he could leave it there because he was going out with his girlfriend. And I said, just make sure it's inside. Yeah, but, you know, he could leave it there.
He said you told him that you wanted to leave it there because you were going out with your girlfriend.
No, Your Honor, that is not true.
Are you sure about that, sir?
I have a witness, yes, ma'am. This is Greg, my brother.
Do you remember when this was?
It was late July, early August, and Mr. Goodrich asked Chris if he could leave the paintball gun there while him and his girlfriend went uptown. And Chris said, make sure all the equipment is in the house.
Okay. In any event, a year and a half goes by, and you don't have the paint gun. Then you get a paint gun. I assume he got that back for you?
Yes, ma'am, but that's not the paintball gun that I had left with him.
I don't have any cheap paintball guns. Mine are pretty expensive, and this is a, you know, a cheaper model, a starting model. I've been playing for 12 years. I don't have anything of that.
What kind did you give him?
I gave him an Icon X. I have the receipt for it, and I have the picture that I gave the cops, which is that gun right there.
Can I see it, please? Where had it been?
It was in my brother's van, or my van, which went to my brother's house down in West Virginia.
Was that you, this brother?
No, in West Virginia.
Okay. Okay. You have a paintball gun, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a year and a half later. Why are we involved in this nonsense?
Because that is nowhere close to the paintball gun I had. It's the same exact type, yes, but it's in way worse condition than mine was.
I don't care. You should have taken better care of it.
I did, Your Honor. He said he would fix it for me because at the time I didn't know anything about it.
Yes. And did you go back the next day?
Yeah, actually the next weekend, and he never had it. Every time I went to ask him if he had it, he always had an excuse.
Now you have one back that's been gone for a year and a half, and it's not in good condition. And?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't understand why you get the police involved in this kind of situation. You get the police involved, you call the police, and report what?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Donald Goodrich and his son Donald II claim former friend Chris Scarberry won't return a paintball gun.
What I don't understand, Mr. Goodrich, is as follows. I don't understand why you get the police involved in this kind of situation. You get the police involved, you call the police, and report what?
I went and told them that my son had, this is not just all of it. I mean, this gun here doesn't, the hopper adapter, it doesn't even fit. There's parts gone to it, there's no air tank, there's no face mask, they were bought.
Go buy him a new one. You're his father. What do you get the police involved for?
Because this was my boy's property that he would not
Mr.
give
Goodrich,
back.
he was evidently his friend. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
For how long?
A friend for probably a few months. I'm not exactly sure.
And you worked for him? Did any of your other friends work for him?
No, ma'am, just my brother.
So your brother worked for him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your brother get a paintball gun?
Yes, ma'am.
Does he still have his?
Yes, ma'am.
Because he took care of it? He still has it. He bought it for him?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Mr. Goodrich, buy your son a new paint gun.
I already have, ma'am.
Good. Case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I mean, he earned it, and I mean, I got it back to him. Unfortunately, it did take a year.
He said he'd fix it. I thought he was responsible enough to actually act on his words, and he never did.
I mean, it was out of my control. It wasn't like I was trying to be mean or anything like that.
He kept having excuses and never had my gun.
It happened to be that it was in another state.
Don't trust anybody.